100,000?
I would been grinding for so long, I never stopped to realize.
What was your biggest financial mistake?
Coming, baby, 'cause
3,
I'm dropping
2.
buckets.
You watching Untold Raw podcast.
Welcome once again back to a new episode of this podcast. It's your boy Lavelle.
It's your boy Mario. Let's get it on with another one, bro.
Let's get it on. Yo, today we coming in hot. Let me tell y'all, we coming in hella hot today. And we're going to talk about missing opportunities for business owners and entrepreneurs. That's a tough one, bro.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
And I think it's a perfect one because I feel like too many people miss opportunities. And in the past, I've given opportunities and people didn't take them. And I think there's a good thing to talk about because these are the untold stories of what people need to kind of hear, because a lot of people can fall in that category where they're going to be in that situation and they don't want to lose out on that opportunity.
Bro, and some people are like afraid to admit that they miss opportunities. You know how you ask some business owners like, hey, do you have any regrets? And they be like, I have no regrets. Like, bro, like no regrets at all. Like during your whole 15 years of journey or whatever you doing, you have no regrets. It's like, I respect people that can admit it for sure.
Yeah.
That can tell you their downfalls and could tell you like, hey, everything ain't peaches and cream. Like everything, sometimes you hit the bottom and people don't see that. But at the same time, it's like, how do you get up from that? What are the things you missed out on that you double back on and be like, hey, I wish I would have did that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what's some of your personal experience on missing out on an opportunity that you think back and be like, yo, I could have did that. Like, damn, I could have did that and did this.
I think my biggest one, and a lot of people could take this away, I think it's a really good one, actually. That's a good question. Communication. I wish I communicated better with a lot of people. I made a lot of mistakes by not communicating, just off the assumption of like, I'll give you a perfect example. I used to work for an agency. It was called Substance Media. Great people, bro. Nothing bad about them. They helped me through my beginning phase of my career. And they're paying me good, but I felt like I deserved better.
Oh, man.
Instead of me sitting down with them and being open about it and communicating, I decided to just kind of stay quiet. And when they were calling me for jobs, I was kind of saying like, oh, I'm busy, I can't. And I think that's one thing that, destroyed that relationship. They didn't destroy, like I could reach out to them and we'll talk. But as far as like, we could have built something bigger. I mean, right. I didn't know I was going to be in this situation. They were in a great area, bro. They were making great money. It was a great company. And with what I have now, who knows? We could have probably teamed up as 3 because it was 2 of them. It was Brian and, I forgot the other dude's name. But overall, it was 2 of them. And me today could have been different, right? So communication is one of the things that led me to a lot of opportunities that I lost. I could have done things different. And I think that's the one thing. Till this day, I still continue to try to improve because communication, bro, is so important, whether it's with employees, with other business people, partnerships, investors. Like there's just so much like that. That's like something that we all need to work on because that one person can change your life if,
for sure.
Like you just never know.
For sure. What communication is like, I know like sometimes is it like like asking questions or is it like more so like just not communicating period? Like, hey, I should have let that person know this or like.
It's something like that. For example, I had a job with one of my homies back then and I didn't like the way he phrased it. Mm-hmm. Like he was like, hey man, like I want you to come over here and like this and that. I'm like, I told him why, like I could just meet you tomorrow. He's like, nah, I need you to come today because if not, you're going to show up with I don't want you showing up late, but I never show up late. And then he's like, I don't want the energy to be down, but I'm like, my energy is never down when I'm on set. And I started thinking about it in my head. I'm like, well, why are you going to tell me to do that? I'm an entrepreneur. I have a lot of business going on. Like, why would you tell me to just basically push everything to the side for your job? Like, you're not paying me that type of level. And for you to disrespect me and tell me to kind of let these go, for me to just the way he confronted it was bad. And I feel like, again, my mistake was communicating like, hey, bro, like, I don't like the way you phrase it like this. You might want to do things different next time. Like me kind of being open and talking to him as men, right. And which I didn't. And that was my mistake, but it's also his mistake as well for not communicating that with me in a better way. Or, so communication, bro, can ruin a lot of things. and it's something.
See, like with me, communication is like asking. I mean, like usually, like when I'm working with someone at the beginning, I'm kind of, I don't know, I want to say shy.
Okay.
Like, especially if I'm working with someone that I feel like is more experienced, I'm like, they know what they're talking about. Let me not ask a question. They expect me to know what I'm talking about or what I'm doing. So let me not ask a question and just figure it out. So like with me, it could have been like I could have showcased more talent, more experience, like, but instead of me waiting on like, okay, let me follow their lead and not ask a question, it kind of like hindered me to showcase what I can do, which led me out like as a mediocre person on like, just, or whatever I'm doing, let me out as a mediocre person. Just like, okay, he's good, but he's decent. It's not like we don't have to call him back, which led me to miss out on the future projects that we had. So I'm like, now, and I'm like, that's why I asked you, like, is it like a question or just conversation wise? Like now I learned that asking get you so much farther, no matter what level you at, and then like communicating, it's definitely important, especially with like anything with business ties or anything with like as a team working or team bonding, because like you don't really want to make yourself as shallow to that person when you can literally like, hey, I don't think that's right. Hey, what does this do? You know what I'm saying? Like my boy Taz, for an example, you tell him to go to daylight, he tells you what?
He's just doing this thing, and I'm like, I'm waiting for him to change it, and I'm like, Taz, do you know what that means? And as he's doing it, he's like, no. I'm like, so you're gonna keep scrolling until like what you know?
You see what I'm saying? Like, and some directors will probably be like, I'm never calling him again.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know what that was. But sometimes you just get asked questions and get you to that next level. Even when you when you ask questions, it shows that hey, what does that mean? I want to know. Teach me something new today. You know,
and I think if the person doesn't want to, if he doesn't treat it as a great question, because it is a great question, you're trying to learn, right, then that's the person you probably don't want to work with. If he looks at you wrong because you asked that question and it sounded stupid to him, it's probably not the person you want to work with, because it's like again, like he should be open to wanting to help you. You know,
right.
So in a situation like that, like it never hurts to talk. It's better to talk rather than not, because then you can learn a few things, and also just not ruin something where like, oh, you amateur. Like, no, it's more of like, hey, which I told Taz, I was like, dude, like if you don't know something, let me know. Like, I'd rather let you know so you learn, and then next time, dude, it doesn't end like on a paid shoot. I'm not waiting on you, or like you're messing time up. Like right now, time is bad. It's like it's everything, so we can't have none of these little things.
So it's better you learn now.
When we're messing around on some content rather than like on something that's like a big production.
Right. So I like to ask questions, but communicating as far as like regular conversation, that could hinder a business for sure. Because like if I know something that's important that can help this project, and you don't, you probably know it, but you're probably not looking at it in that aspect, and it's like me not conversating that to you. It's like, man, like I could have did more with this. This could have been this if I would have just said something, and we could have been on to other projects or more clients, and that could have brought out something, But sometimes people can overstep.
Actually, and it's funny that you mentioned that right now, because I had people in the past, bro, where they'll lose an opportunity because I reach out to them like, hey, like how much for this? Because it's me.
Right.
They want to upcharge.
Oh, man.
So they got a little greedy. They saw, oh, Mario has all this. No, upcharge him. When I know damn well what they charge, I'm just asking like, hey, how much? I know he's worked for one of my homies, and he tries to upcharge me. I'm like, dude, what? Like, I'm just asking for the same service you gave the homeboy. And you're not that close with that homeboy, and you're not close with me at all. Like, just give me the same price. But why is it me? It's because, again, greed can lead to that. So, like, opportunity is you got to use it. Like, when someone contacts you and it's a great opportunity, you got to take it. Don't just throw some dumb numbers because that person's richer. Another perfect example is just because I have for example, I have a lot of money, right? Not crazy amount of money, but I'm thankful I'm blessed.
Can I have some?
Freaking Lavelle. I'm gonna give you $1 to go buy something from the vending machine.
I'm gonna work there. I'm gonna get there one day. Okay, I'm gonna get him through one day. He can be like, forget it here.
But greed is one of the things I always see like people try to get because this person's big. Oh, you know what? Tax that person. Like, no, charge what you charge.
Right.
You know, ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, even if you undercharge, like that's what you're charging. You know, you're trying to get to that level. So, you know, keep it the same way. Whenever you feel like it's time, it's time.
Yeah, greed to definitely have you miss out on opportunities.
Yeah, I mean,
and like sometimes people miss the opportunity or miss the thought of building. Like, yo, if I work with this person and I can create and that can build a relationship to go on. So you know what? Hey, teach me. I wanna learn this. Show me. I'm not about to charge you anything. I want to learn. Sometimes time is invested. Time is an investment.
I like that.
Time is an investment. Understand that one.
I love that.
Yes.
That's actually good.
Yes.
That's a good one.
So, but like sometimes that can build you a brotherhood. You never know.
Yeah.
And then that take you to the next level because off of like, I rock with you.
Yeah.
Not because you greedy, because you did this. You literally came in and you genuinely, out of the grace of your heart, came and helped this business grow. So now to repay you, I'm going to show you love because not only we have a business relationship, but we have a brotherhood. And through brotherhood, I'm going to help you out. But if you started off with greed, you're not getting that.
Yeah, you're not getting, yup.
You came in looking for money, so guess what happens when you get ready to head out? It's a money relationship.
Yeah.
It's not like, if I have to cut losses, guess what? It's no relationship there to cut the losses with.
It's kind of like, yeah, like we could put a 9-to-5 worker right now, for example. A lot of people are out there trying to get to the next level. Maybe it's making money to start their business and they want to charge them. But what's the reason behind that? Like, are you providing a certain service that's elevating this company so that way I can ask for that? Like, those are the things that people got to be asking themselves. Like, what are you bringing to the table that's making this company grow? If you're bringing something strong and is bringing in revenue for the company, you have all the rights to be asking for it. But if you're not, that's greed. You just want money just because you want money, and the company's gonna see through, you know. So you got to be very selective on how you approach that. And that's the one thing I see a lot of people do. Like, it's always about, you know, what they want, but it's like, are you giving in order for you to receive? And that's the way I've always been. For example, the day I asked my raise, we talked about on the other podcast. It's because I gave him $600,000 in sales. So I and all I asked was for $3 raise. I didn't ask for $100,000. I didn't ask for 6 figures. I was only making $24,000 a year. All I asked was a $3 raise. That probably would have put me like at $28,000. I don't know what the numbers are, but it would have put me somewhere still not nowhere. But again, they were on the greedy side. For me, it was more of like, I deserve this. So this opportunity that I was trying to take, because I was like, I know what I'm bringing for you, you know, and I'm looking out for you guys, and all I'm asking is for this.
And look how that played out.
Exactly.
Them playing greedy, missing out on a $3 raise, had to go pay $100,000. You know what? I got a story to share.
What's up?
What's the story?
What's the story?
I won't say no names.
All right.
For the sake of this podcast, I won't say no names.
Okay.
But I had an opportunity to work with some directors, and I guess they're popping, would you say, from social media wise, or the point of view of social media.
Okay.
They look like they're popping. And then I had some opportunities to work with you, and shout out to Patrick Presto for sure, and Patrick. And at like them guys, what they're doing on social media, I guess if you was to compare, it looked like they're just big names, this and that. And I went to go work with you guys. I didn't go do that one. I went to go do that. Now, at the beginning, I would not lie. At the beginning, I used to talk to my boy Tez. I'm like, yo, I think I missed out on some opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I should have went that route versus this route. And my boy Taz told me, like, no. Sometimes opportunities are perfect for you.
I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
Taz. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, he was like, sometimes you get there and may not like the people around you. And you work with them and you're like, yo, I love everybody around me. We work like this, and we keep growing. And it made me look at everything different. And then, and by the way, Taz, I got to say, I appreciate you for that, because today I can stand here as a man and say I am thankful that I took that opportunity versus the other opportunity.
But I want to speak actually on one thing I want to talk about. And yeah, shout out to Presto. Bro, I actually lost on a $2,000 job actually to help Presto.
Wow.
And Presto wasn't paying me nearly that.
Right.
But what the one thing I tell a lot of people this: you want to make 10,000 or you want to make $500. So with Presto, I don't charge them what I charge a lot of people. But I charge because he's the human that he is.
Right,
Great person, respectful, humble, hard driven, and I'd rather be around that than take on a job that's just, like I just like working around people like that. So that's the opportunity that I took, and to this moment, I don't tell him, hey bro, I want an extra $50, I want an extra 100. He tells me, as a matter of fact, hey bro, I got this extra 100 for you.
Yeah, he did the same with me,
bro. Like Presto is the guy, bro. He's very genuine, and sometimes you do gotta lose out. For example, on a bigger budget for somebody that's been looking out for you for some time, and that's where I have lost $2,000 budgets, $3,000 budgets just because Presto locked me in. But at the end of the day, he's the guy, because bro, this $2,000 one, $3,000 could be once in the year. Presto's booking me throughout the whole year. What's the better opportunity? Presto, because he's throughout the whole year. I'd rather make $5,000 with Presto than make a $2,000 for a one time. Like, there's a way to view things, and that was one way that he's a perfect example of how I go about it on certain scenarios. Where like, if I lock in with him and it don't matter what the price is, if another job comes in, I'm sorry, I'm locked in with Presto. It's who aligns with where you're trying to be. That's the one you take.
For sure.
Don't get blinded by the money. Money's evil. It brings out the worst in people. It's like, which one aligns with what you want to do? Money's going to come with what you want to do, as long as you're putting the work for it. But don't chase the money. Chase whatever aligns with the vision and where you're trying to be.
That fills your heart.
Yeah.
Because when it fills your heart, you enjoy it.
Of course.
When it's money,
you might hate it. You're like, why did I take this? Yeah, exactly.
You get to a point where I don't want to be here, but I'm doing it for the money. It's like you start reconsolidating your whole situation.
Yeah, you start thinking like, well, why am I even doing this?
Yeah,
like, that's bad. The fact that you're questioning that's when you're doing the wrong choices.
Have you ever missed an opportunity for like a family situation?
Yeah, I don't know if I talked about it on one of the podcasts, but yeah, it was I was supposed to be the godfather of a kid.
Man.
And I was shooting a wedding, and I was supposed to be there later on. And an opportunity hit when I was shooting the wedding. Someone reached out, and it was a big person, and they DM'd me like, "Hey, we need an event coverage for tonight." I took the event coverage.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And you missed the baptism.
And I'm basically, I mean, yeah, that's what happened. I missed it. I called at 11, like I'm on my way there. They didn't respond, and you could tell like that was like the end. They kind of cut me out. Yeah, but I mean, bro, like when you're working for something, bro, like I'm not saying everything's about your vision and stuff, bro, but again, that's their kid. I'm grateful that I was given that opportunity. But at the end of the day, I have a life of my own that I got to fulfill.
Do entrepreneurs ever miss a work opportunity for family stuff? Or is that rare?
Nah, we miss it, bro. I miss on things sometimes, bro. Like, depending on what it is. Yeah, I miss it. But, of course, not at the beginning. At the beginning, I was taking everything.
All work.
Bro. Yeah, I was all work, bro. But now, I'm in a situation now that I could. So, it's like, it's just more of like, for example, I haven't spent time, if I could say in my head, I haven't spent time with D, and there's an opportunity where we can go somewhere and spend time. Well, I'm going to take that because I haven't spent time with her. So, it's just like different ways of viewing it now.
What are some opportunities you're like, you know what? I'm happy I took that.
To be honest, I never really got many opportunities, and that's because where I grew up and who I grew up around never had anything to offer. As for me to look at it as like that's an opportunity. The only time I got opportunity, which is crazy, is 8 years later. It's here with Steve.
Oh man,
this was the opportunity for me because he brought something to the table, and I'm very hard on myself and what I'm doing, and he brought something to the table that makes sense, that makes my life easier. There's just so much. It's not just capital, but knowledge. Great guy. Like, there's just so much things that come with it that for me, that was like that's the opportunity I've always wanted. It's been 8 years, and I finally found my opportunity. Someone coming to the table, bringing me something rather than just someone taking something from me. This time, someone's presenting something that's like, this is what I can bring to the table. And I was like, yo, I'm not missing out on this opportunity. Many people call it crazy. Like, you get 50% of your business. It's not my whole business. It's just one business.
One piece
of it.
Yeah.
But people don't understand. Like, for example, we got 2 capitals, dropped into one. Guess what? I still got another capital if I want to open up another one. People don't see the main important things. Like, sometimes having a partner goes a long way. And like, this was the opportunity. But yeah, it was 8 years later, bro.
8 years.
8 years. There was no one else that was bringing, not to be like I'm the best, but it's like I grew up with many people don't have money. And when I started making money, I didn't tell no one. I kept it hidden in the back pocket because I didn't want to be looked at different. I didn't want to be treated different. But, you know, So from then and now, it was always like, oh, Mario has lighting. Let's try to use Mario for like, it was never really like looking out for. A lot of times I was kind of being used, and a lot of times I was actually being, treated fair. But yeah.
8 years of
bro.
grinding.
Of grinding.
And finally, one opportunity hit, and you're like, you know what? This makes sense. I'm going to get it.
So this is to kind of, for people to understand what this opportunity was, try having $30,000 a month that you have to pay. Guaranteed every month.
Man, some people can't imagine 10,000.
$30,000 a month you have to pay every month. That's your overhead. Minimum.
For sure.
So imagine how much me as a 30-year-old, like how scared you are of having to deal with that money every day, every month. It's in your back pocket. If you have 100,000, that only saves you for 3 months. That's not 6 months. Usually my goal is 6 months. So $30,000 a month it was my overhead. So to going from that to what Steve offered, bro, it was like finding like the biggest, like there was like fresh air coming out of me, bro. Like I finally relaxed. It's like, bro, $30,000 a month was not an easy job.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. You just opened my head up with that one.
Why?
Like, Cause like most people think like, yo, I gotta make 100,000, and they think they're good for that's it. You just literally said, imagine 30,000 a month. That's only for 3 months. That means I have to make more than 100,000.
That's how crazy it is.
Damn, that's big, bro.
That's
big.
It's yeah, bro. And I lived that for like 2 years. Obviously, before that, it was less. I was probably paying 15,000 a month. But like the last 2 years I was doing 30,000 a month. I have to make that. Like this is my expenses. And again, to everyone here, it wasn't debt. I don't have debt, so it was literally overhead for my business to operate.
Bro, I don't think I would have survived it. You said 30,000, bro. I'm over here thinking like 2,000 a month is probably a little like that. That's crazy. Like 30,000.
Yeah,
damn, bro. I commend you for that. And that's 8 years. Oh, well, it's 2 years.
2 years of paying 30. 8 years of before I took the opportunity. But it was 8 years and then 2 years of 30K a month. And of course, I got to make more than that, right? 30K is just I gotta pay this.
Right.
So it's like it was a lot on my shoulder, bro. I'm like, dude, I really got to do all this. Like, it ain't easy. That's why I tell people, like, yeah, it's nice. Like, yeah, I might be having this, I might be having that, but you don't know what goes on in the back here. Like, just my house alone is $5,000 like that I got to pay a month.
Right.
That's nothing compared to everything else that's taxed on top of that, right? And with zero debt, it's just mandatory utilities, studios. You keep naming it, bro, and then you still got to buy things. I still try to invest at least $2,000 to $3,000 a month on myself as far as like my business personally. That's like my personal investment. So I like $2,000 to $3,000 my cap, bro. It's a lot, and like in order for me to maintain that, I still got to go out there and make money. So it's like it's so much, bro. Sometimes like I just commend myself. I'm like, I don't know how I do it. Now I'm about to take 6 months off to work on my self content. So unless a job pays me what I want, I'm not going to take jobs. Like, bro, I'm going into a scary territory. 6 months of no pay, basically. If no one wants to pay me my rate, I'm going 6 months with no job. And like, but I'm believing in myself and what I'm planning to do. But bro, like, again, that's why I always tell people you got to have money, you got to save, and it'll get you here. And I don't know if I went completely off topic, guys. I'm sorry, but just kind of
no. You actually did really good. Because like even the 6 months, do you believe you're going to miss any opportunities?
In 6 months?
In 6 months. That's kind of a long time, especially for a natural entrepreneur. I mean, like, the first thing they do is quit their job is to go get it.
Yeah.
So for a person at your stature, like to say, I'm taking off 6 months to a brand new entrepreneur, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's like so much.
That's a lot of losing. I think with me, bro, it's more the opportunity of what I know I'm capable within myself.
Right.
I talked to you about working with a lot of people, and I'm blessed and grateful for everyone that hires me, but a lot of people don't understand. Like, sometimes you got to put more money than what you think is a lot in order to get your whatever company you have to the next level.
So you don't look at it as missed opportunity because it's self-investment.
It's self-investment, and it's my own opportunity. It's to finally work for myself, which is something I've always wanted to do. I wanted to work for myself. I didn't get in this for everything I'm doing. I'm thankful it just happened, but it was never the goal. Everyone thinks what I'm doing is for money. They don't even know I love this shit, but I'm trying to get away and love it again because it became a job.
Right.
And I want to make it go back to having fun.
I don't know if we talked about it, but do you ever regret taking a job?
Many times, bro.
Like an opportunity to like, damn, I shouldn't even did this. Like,
many times. The funny thing is, every single time I've taken one, D was always there saying you shouldn't take that one.
Really?
She saw the red flags. For me, it was more of like,
see,
look,
the boss always knows.
Yeah, like she knows, but to me, bro, I don't think I'll give you guys a perfect example, bro. And this is one thing that it kind of sucks that, John, if you're watching this, bro, I think this will be a really good piece for you to kind of hear, bro. I've taken a lot of jobs. This might get emotional, bro, but I've taken a lot of jobs, not based on me, but as far as for you guys. That's what people don't see. I've taken jobs that I didn't want to take. I walked out with some money, but it was nothing to do for me, bro. It was to provide jobs for you guys. That's what people never see. And that's the thing that kind of hurt me when it came to John. It's like, bro, like you don't see those things. Like, yeah, I'm doing great and everything, but I've taken too much for you, bro. And like, that's why I get mad sometimes when you don't do things. Like, bro, I've done a lot. So, you know, there's times I shouldn't, but I do it for the right reasons, not because of me, but it's for other people, bro.
Creating opportunities for others and not for yourself. Like, yo, I'm good, but I'm really doing this to create this for you because I know what you're going through and stuff like that. That, you know what? That hit a new level, bro. Creating opportunities for others, even though you know you're good, because you could be greedy with it. You could be, I'm good. I don't need it. Yeah. But to create opportunities for your team, that's big, bro. I respect that as boss level, because like, I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing this for my team. And I care about my team. That's no lie, bro. It's like some Toretto from Fast and the Furious. like, yo, my team. I need my team.
Family.
No, but that's real shit, bro. And I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't even know that. Yo, y'all just heard. That's my first time hearing this on camera. I kid y'all not. Like, I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate that, because like, even with sometimes like with us, not being on the stature of your level, we sometimes it gets slow for us. So for the fact that you take a job for us so we can be good and we can make sure you're good, bro, that right there, that is an ultimate key for entrepreneur. You get to that level where you can change other people's lives and help their lives out. Yeah, you're gonna make the money, but it's not about the money for you. It's like, yo, my team. I'm not just creating an opportunity for myself, but I'm creating an opportunity for others. And that's big.
But it's because, again, bro, it's not about me, bro. It's about trying to, you know, make an impact on someone's life, bro. Somebody might need that dollar in their table. I'm blessed to be where I'm at, but sometimes it's about other people. And I think that's what my dad taught me. That's how he raised me.
I can't wait till I get to that level. I can't wait. I always tell Taz all the time, man. I like creating opportunities for my people to win. You know, like I could take an L.
Yeah.
As long as if I know I'm good, like really doing my thing. If I could create an opportunity for y'all to win and I take an L off of it, I ain't tripping. That's the win for me, for sure. Anybody you want to give a shout out to for opportunities that you are grateful for?
Street Shot is always giving me opportunities. Presto. Man, it's kind of, I don't have that big of a list, bro. I know I'm missing people, and I'm sorry. But for the most part, I mean, Presto's been my guy. Street Shot's he's been in and out. He's busy, but he's always been there. But and then to all the people, honestly, that support me on the back end, that I don't even know who they are, that they just push me and they put my name out there. Like, shout out to you guys. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be here without them.
I respect you so much, bro. Because, like, before I met you, you taught me.
You're watching my YouTube videos or something?
Yeah, bro. Before
crazy.
I met you, your YouTube video, I just typed in, like, yo, I want to get back into videography. Like, let me type in. And your videos taught me so much, and it inspired me to work hard. I never thought I would have got the opportunity to be working with you almost every day. And I'm like, damn, like, but that came from your videos. That taught me, like, yo, you got to work hard. You know, and I took that and utilized it through the graces of God. It gave me the opportunity to work with you every day. And I don't have no regrets for it, bro. I have no regrets for it. And I thank you for the opportunities too. Cause you could have been like, hey, yeah, I need you for a job. And then, you know, I've been on sets like that. I've been in jobs like that, period. Just not even sets, but like jobs, period. So I want to say, right when you're on camera, bro, I give you your flowers. I appreciate you for the opportunities that you have given me. And I'm going to continue to rock out hard, straight up.
Hey, man, it's just like tell everyone, as long as you put in the work, bro, I mean, I don't see why we can't keep it going. I'm all big on that. You just got to match my energy, bro, and if not, exceed my energy, and it'll always be going. We be going. We've been knocking things out.
Before we head out of here, do you want to, I don't know, it's up to you. If you want to speak on some opportunities that was missed with you far as growing your business?
There's been a few people that I've tried giving a percentage of my business to try to grow, because sometimes, bro, it gets very hard. As much as I have the money sometimes, it's very hard for me to manage everything, do everything. Of course, D helps, but sometimes it'd be nice to have someone else. And every single person, bro, that I try to get in on this, it was always like they got greedy. They were like, oh, well, we're putting 50-50. I want 40%. 30 is too low. But I'm like, but what are you bringing to the table? You're just bringing money. There's no skill set that I can't do. And first of all, I have the experience. I could tell, why don't you go do that yourself, and you're going to see how you're going to fail. I know exactly what works. You're going with a person that's shown already. And I think that's an opportunity that people need to understand. Don't be greedy with percentage. For example, I gave 50% of my business. You know how many people probably call it stupid, but they don't see what I'm doing with that extra income I was able to keep. They don't know these things. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you get greedy just off your first investment, you're never going to make it. If you're literally complaining about your first investment, trying to get 40-50% when you bring nothing, because wow, you have 15,000 in your bank account and you think that's going to change someone's life. 15,000 is nothing. I'm sorry. Right. It's nothing. I know it's something, but in the real world,
no, but that's real.
It's really nothing. It's nothing. So like I always say, the 100,000 in today's day is basically 10,000, and then $1 million today is basically 100,000. Right. It's not what it once was, especially with the world we're in. So I think too many people, if you're out there and you have an opportunity, don't think your money because you have 20,000, 30,000 is going to change someone's life. Bring more to the table and don't look at percentage. Just learn, figure out why that percentage is what it is, and just from there communicate. But if you know that person has it, take a ride with them, because that person could probably change your life.
Someone's giving you the opportunity to invest with a successful brand. I don't care what it is. Like 7-Eleven, you go invest with 7-Eleven. They're not going to give you 50-50 just because you're invested. It's like shares. You get a percentage. You don't get the half of what the company makes. So it's the same thing. You got to know when you're stepping in and when you're coming in, know your worth of it. Yes, you can invest. Yes, you can have shares in it, but know that you're not going to get 50, 80, whatever high percent that you're thinking is. Sometimes you got to build.
You might get 1%.
1%.
That's really, even if you put $1 million, you get
facts.
1%.
That's facts.
Because this company's worth multi-million. Like, you just got to know that. Like, there's just
facts.
because you think 15,000 to you is a lot. Well, guess what? To this company, that's chump change.
It's pocket change.
It's pocket change. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's a different.
That's gas for the 18-wheelers we got outside. You know what I'm saying? That's just gas for that. Just to get our product from one side of town to the next side of town. That's just 15,000.
That's just one truck driver, by the way.
Now what happens after that?
Then you gone. Your money just left. Like,
exactly. So you guys got to know. You guys, when you guys invest, you guys got to do your research.
This actually happened like 3 times. One person, if he would have wrote it out with me, right now he would have had an extra $150,000 in his pocket. The other one would have had $100,000 in his pocket. This recent one, he would have had maybe $40,000 in his pocket.
Jeez.
And guess what? All that stayed with me because I believed and they didn't want to believe.
Missing opportunities.
They missed out on a lot of money. And it's not money. And I'm not, again, it's different if I was a bad person to work with. Like, I don't want to work with them. No, like, dude, I'm a very fair person. That's why I was giving them 30%. But they wanted more, and all that turns out to be, on the back.
30% is love,
bro.
No
everyone
business.
actually told me. I didn't know. I was just like, they're like, bro, you're giving 30. That's a lot. I'm like, well, the way I was viewing it, bro, is like, okay, worst case scenario, you're gonna get your money back in 6 months, and I want you to succeed the next year. I wanted this person to grow. Whoever was with me, I wanted them to grow. It was never about, oh, I want this. It was always like, can you get your money in 6 months? Because I understand how money is. I come from that, so I want you to feel like it's fair. And I guarantee, like, I knew I've been in the game. So I was like, in 6 months, you're going to get your money back and you're going to be making profit going forward. Yeah. But no one believed in me. No one, wanted to listen.
Guys, do not miss out on opportunities because of greed. I'm telling you, it's not worth it.
And you'll end up regretting it, and you'll end up being seen. It's not me. It might be seeing the person you regret it doing the things that you wish you could have because you just didn't take that opportunity. You were greedy. And I get it. Money is like, when you don't have nothing and you have 15, that's like, it's precious to you. But in the real world, it's nothing. And I'm telling you, like, I come from that. So it's, you can't value a dollar. You can always get your dollar tomorrow, but you can't get that opportunity again. Yeah. So you got to be very wise on the opportunity and take it.
We just reached the time. I got my boy Taz in the back telling me to wrap it up. Yo, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Untold Raw. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to keep this going. Hit that bell so that way you get notified for every new episode that pop up with us. We're going to keep giving you guys the juice. It's your boy Lavelle.
It's your boy Mario. We appreciate you guys for watching. We'll catch you all on the next one.
Let's go.